everybody, I'm Jason Ricci, and one of my buddies on Modern Blues Harmonica, the website run by the great Adam Gusso, asked me to do you a video on playing in what he called third position major. Okay, first of all, let's just get a couple of myths out of the way. No position equals a mode. So there's no such thing as cross harp equals Mixolydian, first position equals Ionian, third equals Dorian. Okay? Now there's reasons that these generalizations got formed and populated mostly on the internet, and those generalizations, like most generalizations, sometimes tend to be based on a lot of truth, things that we see. What's true is that playing in third position in a minor key is a great thing to do. Okay, what's not true is that playing in third position in a major key isn't also a great thing to do. What's also not true is that third position is in Dorian or in Aeolian or in any mode or scale. That's up to you what scale you put it in. I'm here today to not argue about it. Alright, what I'd like to do is talk to you about some of the cool things about approaching third position with a largely major feel. Okay, so I don't want to get into a whole lot of like theoretical rhetoric, theoretic, that's a new word, but what I'd like to get into is just, I have to quickly talk about what makes the difference between major and minor. Okay, first of all, remember this. If you remember one thing I ever tell you, you can play minor over major, but you can't play major over minor. Meaning you can take minor scales and you can play them over major chords, but most of the time you can't really make a major scale work too well over a minor chord because you're actually playing in the wrong key. Okay, that's a big deal. All right, if there's questions about minor tuned harmonicas, check out the video I have on that. I'm not going to get into that. Okay, just as a standard Suzuki Manji in the key of B flat, which puts the band in C, or the band in our brain in the key of C. Okay, the piano player in our brain, or the guitar player in our brain, he's playing C ninth chords, C seventh chords, at least in my head. That's what's going on. Okay, so anyway, okay, let's just talk right about it. Look, I'm going to dig in and give you the easy way here. You all know the song Juke. Now in the key of C, we grab an F harmonica, okay, and we might play. That was terrible. You know, I might even grab a low F. Okay. You know, easy enough, right? Well, it's actually not that much harder to do in third position, but why would you want to? Right? If it's so easy and cross, why would you want to? Well, let's just take a look at what happened to me right there. So the band calls a major blues in the key of C, and I have two options. I have a high F. Now, I like playing in them squeaky keys a lot. All y'all that know me know that I dig playing in the like high little... I love that. I love that stuff. And then there's the low harp. Okay, so that's hard in another way because it's lower. Okay, so I got polar opposites that I'm dealing with here. Forgive me, my voice sounds a little different. I got a head cold. Okay. So right away, like say I'm backing up a singer and she's singing something pretty, you know, and I'm backing her up with... It's kind of high. The sonic frequencies are a little bit obtrusive. And if I'm backing up a talented vocalist, you know, it's not just the notes I play, it's the sonic textures that I choose. I might want to back down and use some lower frequencies, okay, as to not draw too much attention to myself when I'm putting in my little feel, so that her vocals still, or his vocals, still stay the prominent feature in the group. This would make third position an excellent choice because I get to pick one of most of our favorite harmonicas, the B flat. It's nice register. So there's one reason right off the bat why you would choose to play third position major. You get another option for your harp. Okay, so, you know, like, well, what if the band's in, well, what would it be, you know, D flat, right? You know what I mean? Then that puts me at what, you know? I could use an F sharp harmonica? No, man. But I could use a B harp, okay? And play in the key of C sharp or D flat, whatever you want to call it, right? So that gives me another option. A really cool option, actually. So, reason number one, extra space in your brain and another harp in your case you get to use if you do a little bit of work to figure out how. Okay, reason number two, it's really not that hard. Just because everybody has told you that third position equals minor doesn't mean that those guys are right, okay, or ladies. Let's talk about for a second why they said it, though, because there's some real stuff with this, okay? So, if I look at a B flat major scale in first position, it's cool. It's not hard, but it's not easy in that low octave. I still have a lot of bending to do, right? Well, if I just start on the second note of that B flat major scale, I get I get me a C Dorian. Very pretty. Nice and easy enough. Well, this is why the guys say it. It seems to be laid out very well for playing Dorian, and it is. But it's also laid out pretty well for playing minor pentatonic. Maybe even easier for me, or I'm just more used to it. Or how about Aeolian, if you'd rather? All right, right? How about C major?
Impossible!
Woo! Not so hard, is it now? So, you know, I can play any scale I want, blues. So now that we know that third position is just third position and not minor or major or Dorian or Locrian or Ionian, it's what we choose to put in it, we can then begin to look at what makes it cool and maybe what makes it a little tough in some places. Remember this about this instrument, okay? Every time it takes, which it takes often, it's not laid out well and stuff, there's another place it gives a little bit. It throws us a bone every now and then, especially when we're messing with the blues, okay? So let's look at this. Jumping right in. Ladies and gentlemen, just learn the Juke lick. That will start you off good, okay? One draw, two draw bend, a half step. This is an important note. It's our major third. It is our key defining note, okay, in the major scale. Now it's right in between 2-draw and 2-draw double bend. And it's not hard to hit on the way up. Not too bad. Now the next note, so it goes 1-draw, 2-draw bend to half step. Next note is 3-draw double bend, 3-draw, 4-draw. I love this last section. Now in cross art, I have to go. In third, I just get to go. Now, if you're tongue blocking, it's super cool. A nice and chunky, big sound. Okay, so it's cool. That gives you that 6th note. It's a lot easier to hit when you're playing some kind of funky blues and you want that 6th note of the major scale in there as a draw note instead of a blow note on 5 blows. So there's a huge reason on the 1 chord to be messing with this position over a primarily major feel blues tune. Okay, so I was going to mention one other thing. Oh yeah, remember, you can play minor over major, but not major over minor, right? So when I'm playing this on a major key tune, if I accidentally mess up and bend that 2-draw half step bend down a little bit too far, out of habit, okay, it's not even close to the end of the world. All I did was just throw in a blue note. So, you know, I just kind of sound more like George Smith than, you know, maybe another guy. Hold on, I lost my thing here. All right. So that's a good thing. So you know, look, a lot of the times, you know, we're not really playing, you know, minor pentatonic or major pentatonic. Now, like, as a matter of fact, I could be playing all the notes in a Dorian scale. Oh, see, wait a minute. This is what I'm getting at. It's just how, in the order I play them in, that kind of dictates the feel. So even though I'm playing all the notes in a Dorian mode, I'm playing it more like a minor pentatonic, because a Dorian mode is like a minor pentatonic with a 6 and a 2. But if I take those out or just add them infrequently or as decorative notes, it's more like I'm playing minor pentatonic with a 6. Okay, now that might sound like rhetoric and like I'm getting nitpicky and stuff, but what I'm getting at is it's really important to get your thinking straight. If I think about it as minor pentatonic with a 6, it's going to sound like blues. You hear that? I mean, that sounds a lot different than... It's all in how I do it. I can even throw the 2 in if I want to, and it's just about how I approach it, okay, that defines what it is. So, look, I know that sounds a little abstract and shit. Let's just get our juke lick. And then maybe backwards. All right, now look, some of you might be going, well, yeah, Jay, but what about the 2nd octave? Okay, true. In the 2nd octave, in order to get the major third, you have to have the 5 overblow. Okay, but that doesn't mean I can't, like what I just got done telling y'all, I can go ahead and hit the 5 draw, and I'm still going to have a primarily major feel if I include the 6 or the major third down on the bottom. Right now, what if I want to throw in the major third? There's a big old Adam lick. So it kind of confuses the issue. While I'm on the subject of Adam, one of my very favorite Adam Gusso quotes that you can rest your mind on a little bit, I think it is the best working academic description of melody in the blues, which is, this is a quote, "Blues is the tension between major and minor." What that means is that I can put some major in and I can put some minor in too. Or I can leave it ambiguous. Is he playing major or is he playing minor? Now I can really do this over a piece of major music. It's major. It's got more possibilities. Minor has less possibilities. It's grouped in. There's only these notes will work really well. Here we go. So reason number 2, we just covered it, okay? There's like, the 6 is easy to hit. And I also got this nice big tongue block thing on the bottom. Just the octaves. Just not even counting the chords, but just the... Okay, so this is that William Clark kind of sound where I'm hitting this 6, you know, this triple hole split here on the 3 and the 7. Third position, major, right? So it's cool. It's cool. It's a big sound. It's also much less obtrusive behind a singer. Now to the 4 chord. Okay, when I get to the 4 chord, I want you to hear me out here. You might, some of you already know this, some of you don't. We're in the key of C. The band in my head is in the key of C. The band on my YouTube screen is in the key of C. I have a B flat harmonica. Let's do something. It's a 1-4-5. We've heard this term before. What that means is we're going to count the numbers, the letters of the C major scale. We're going to, or the root notes. We're going to count those as numbers. So C becomes 1. C, D, E, F. That's the 4 chord. F. I can always find the 4 chord like that. C, D, E, F. G would be the 5 chord. But F is the 4 chord. Well, what harmonica do I have? B flat. That means most of the time when the band's playing an F chord and I got a B flat harmonica, that means I'm in 2nd position. So that means that if I want to, I can think about the 4 chord while I'm playing 3rd position as just being 2nd position again. That means if I can play Juke and cross harp and I can play it on the 1 in 3rd position, I can play the same lick on the 4 chord. It's really easy to move around on the 4 major. Major pentatonic scale in cross harp works on the 4 chord while you started your harp choosing brain as 3rd position. So am I playing in cross harp? Yep. Am I still in 3rd position? Yep. Can I play all them cool licks I played on the 1 chord over the 4 chord? Do I have to switch? No, you don't have to switch. And yes, you can play all those cool licks. Okay, it's all in how you present it to the listener. Okay, and you can go in and out of it seamlessly. Let me show you. Here we have I just typed in, because they were talking about swing music, I just typed in swing C, major blues. And the first thing that came up on my computer was this jazz blues backing track in C major from Quiz TV, one of my favorite internet, not one of mine, my very favorite internet jam band thing, or jam tracks. Vaping, 5 months off the smokes. Feel a lot better. I don't care what anyone says. So I'm going to play third position, mostly major. I might throw in a few blue notes. It doesn't mean I'm playing minor now. Ready, dig it. Notice I'm not even really using the 5 overblow. Swinging too hard. Top octave stuff. Cross arc. Now I'll put in see how cool it is? Okay, so there we go, you know, let's see what else is up here, you know. Anything else in C? Okay, so that's just blues in C major on a B flat harp. Did I throw in a blue note? Yeah, I threw in the 5 draw, and I threw in, excuse me, I got a cold. And I threw in the 4 blow, or the 1 blow, the 7, the dominant 7. But that doesn't make me playing minor any more than playing cross harp does when I'm playing. Now, that scale I just played there, that's that minor pentatonic scale. But it ain't minor, really, if I'm playing it over major. It's just blues, right? And that's what we're here to talk about, is swinging in the blues, okay? Anyway, let's see. You know, there's some great videos of everybody doing this, and some of the guys on Modern Blues Harmonica put up some great videos. But, you know, I recall this one video of me from, there's a bunch, okay, but this one video of me where I was really swinging in this position. Almost. I'm back in this tape. Here we go. That's me using that cross harp in third. Here I'm mostly tongue blocking all that stuff. That was at the time when everyone said I didn't do any tongue blocking at all. So like, if I was like tongue blocking most of the bends and everything there, but you know, you don't have to. You can do it any way you want to, you know. Anyway, look, that's fucking 30 minutes of talk on this. That's way too long. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope some of it made sense. Just remember, no position means any scale or any mode, and just remember, learning all of the positions gives you different options for different harps in any key, whether it's major or minor. Okay, it just depends on how well you know it and what you want to do with it. And remember, you can play minor over major, but not major over minor. If you can remember those things, if you can learn to bend the two a half step, and if you can take advantage of all this business, all that business on the 3 and going into the 4, you know, especially with the tongue blocking, it's cool, you know, or without, it doesn't matter. You're going to be loving this position in a major key. Hope you enjoyed the video. Jason Ricci here. I'm out. Take care. Take care.